Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. At-tamarinu, the exercises. Ajib anil asilatil atiyah. Answer the following questions. Amma yatasa'ala at-tullabu. What are the students asking about? Alright, so we have ma over here. What kind of ma is this? Is this ma al-mawsula or ma al-istifhamiyya? Is this used to ask a question or is it used in the context of alladhi? Yes?
Mausul, ma al-mausul.
Ma al-mawsula.
An
No, that's a mistake. No, it's not.
amma. It is an plus ma.
Yes. Okay. But
About
my
what?
question is, about what? Yeah. So is this ma al-mawsula or ma al-istifhamiyya? Is it used to ask a question or is it used in the context of alladhi?
Yeah, it is used to ask a question.
Question,
Because the
okay.
question is evident on the.
So this is
end of
ma
the-
al-istifhamiyya. That's number one. Number two, I told you how to recognize if it is ma al-istifhamiyya or ma al-mawsula. Do you remember
See the
that?
question mark?
Question mark, excellent. But let's say in the Quran there is no question mark. So in that case, how will you recognize?
Amma yatasaalun. Amma
Yes.
yatasaalun.
And وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. So how would you differentiate? I told you, it comes after the preposition. And when it is used as ma al-istifhamiyya, then the alif is dropped. Very simple. So when it is used to ask a question, then the alif is dropped. And whenever alif is there, for example, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, then that means that this is ma al-mawsula. From what we gave them, they spend. So when it is alif, what kind of ma is this? This is ma al-mawsula. And when the alif is dropped, then this is ma al-istifhamiyya. I hope you will remember this, inshallah, and you will not forget about it.
Inshallah.
And we also discussed the example, lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. So it was lima, again in the Quran. So meme is dropped. So why you say that you don't do? So lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. Again, alif is dropped. That means, and it always comes after harf jar. Please remember that. And after harf jar, when alif is dropped, this is ma al-istifhamiyya to ask a
Actually,
question.
both come after half of jar no start.
Yeah, and when both of
This
them, and
both
yeah.
of them. This is min plus ma.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
This also comes after.
Yeah, and li plus ma. So whenever alif is dropped, it is ma of interrogation, and when it is not dropped, then this is ma al mawsula. Okay, so what are the students asking about? Any idea? يتساءلون عن الامتحان.
Imtihani.
Yeah, they are
About the
asking about the exam. Okay. Question number 2. لماذا تثاءب أبو بكر? Why was Abu Bakr yawning, or why did Abu Bakr yawn? تثاءب يتثاءب. Yes. Any idea? It seems he took some medicine that puts
that
on
was
sleep.
causing some kind of sleep.
Yeah.
We discussed about
Okay,
that
excellent.
also.
So
That was exam file, right?
تثاءب أبو بكر لأنه تناول دواء منوما بعد الفطور. Okay, بعد الفطور. The fa has fatha.
After the
Okay, if fa has dhamma, then this is the meal that we eat before fasting.
breakfast.
Before fasting, right? So that is fatur. And if that is futur with dhamma. And if it comes with fatha, then that means this is breakfast. So in the lesson, it was about breakfast. So he took the medicine that puts someone on sleep after his breakfast. So with
So
fatha,
we call it as iftiyar, right?
Yeah.
Iftiyar.
aftara yuftir iftaran is to break your fast, and this is fatara yafturu futuran is when you eat your meal before you fast.
So we put a dhamma, then it means before the
Before,
that is sahur, is it?
yes, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. ماذا يقول عباس لحامد Okay, what does Abbas say to Hamid? وماذا يقول حامد لعباس, and what does Hamid say to Abbas? They had some, yes, something going on in the classroom. One was calling him one-eyed and the other was calling him أعرج. Yeah, so يقول عباس لحامد يا أعور, ويقول حامد لعباس يا أعرج. So Abbas is calling him one-eyed, and sorry, Hamid, and Abbas is calling him Araju. What is Araju? Do you remember or you forgot?
The inability to do. Is
Yeah,
it?
inability to
The
walk. Yeah, on two legs.
lame.
Yeah,
you call it
lame,
as?
lame person. Yes. Okay. Ma at-tanabuzu. What is at-tanabuz? ماذا سماه الله? What did Allah call it? في أي آية نهانا الله عنه? And in which verse of the Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden us from this?
From Surah Al-Hujurat.
Excellent. Surah Al-Hujurat. Perfect.
لا تنابزوا
فلا تنابزوا بالألقاب.
Excellent. Yeah.
بالألقاب.
Perfect. So التنابز هو أن يدعو بعضنا بعضا بلقب السوء, to call one another by bad names or wicked names. وقد سماه الله فسوقا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has called it fusuq or wickedness. ونهانا عنه, and he forbade us from this. فقال في سورة الحجرات, and he said in Surah Al-Hujurat, ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب.
بالألقاب.
Okay, ولا تنابزوا. Is this فعل الأمر or فعل النهي?
It is Nahi. also.
Nahi.
Nahi.
Yeah, and
Prohibition.
yeah, and do not call each other by offensive nicknames. Excellent. ما فكرة مسعود? What was Mas'ud's idea? قبل يقبل أقبل المدرس هذه الفكرة? Did the teacher
To
accept
bring a
this?
dictionary. To bring a dictionary and keep it in.
Yes, excellent. Yes, it was a long idea. فكرة مسعود's idea was أن يتعلم الطلبة طريقة البحث عن الكلمة في المعجم, that the students should know the way how to look up a word or the word in the dictionary. قبل المدرس, the teacher accepted it, or قبل المدرس فكرته, the teacher accepted his idea. وقال, and he said, إن هذه لفكرة جيدة, indeed it is a very good idea. Okay. من أبواب question number 2, من أبواب الفعل الثلاثي المزيد باب تفاعل. In the derived forms of the verb, we have bab tafa'ala, which equals ta, which is the addition of basically ta, to what? To bab fa'ala. So as we can see here, zidat fihi ta'un qabla al-fa'i. So what happens? Ta is added before fa, as we can see here. Wa alifun ba'daha, and alif is added after fa. So fa comes in the middle. We put ta before it and we put alif after that, and then it becomes tafa'ala. Zidat, as we know, this is passive. Yeah, zada yazidu and zida yuzadu. زيدت فيه تاء قبل الفاء وألف بعدها نحو تعاون وتشاجر. So تعاون, as we can see here, this is عين الكلمة, this is فاء الكلمة, عين الكلمة, and لام الكلمة. And where is the addition? There is addition of ta, and then there is addition of alif. Okay, ta'awana, and then we have tashajara. What's the meaning of ta'awana?
To cooperate.
Okay, and tashajara?
It came in the text. It is
To quarrel, yeah? Quarreling,
yeah,
like
to quarrel, yeah.
having a kind of argument with one another. Okay. استخرج من الدرس الأفعال الواردة فيه من باب تفاعل. So we have to bring out the verbs that are on the pattern of تفاعل. Okay, I would like you to translate, please. يتساءلون. What will be the translation of يتساءلون?
They were asking
They
each
were
other.
asking.
I knew it. You will say they
are.
were. Why they were?
They
They
are
are
asking.
asking.
They
Yeah.
are asking.
Yeah.
They are.
Because we have ya.
Present tense.
Yeah, and ya is used for the present tense, right? يتساءلون. Okay, نتساءل.
We
We
are
are asking.
Excellent. We are asking. تعاونوا.
they all cooperated.
They are
Is
cooperating.
No,
so
it's the Madi Ustad. This one is Madi.
ta'awana, ta'awana, ta'awanu, right?
They all cooperated.
They all cooperated.
All cooperate.
Okay. La tatakasalu, do not be lazy.
Don't
And this is prohibition.
Prohibition,
So don't
excellent.
you all
Tatha'abu,
don't.
tatatha'abu. Please
To
translate
become
it.
tired, I don't know.
Translate it.
It's to become tired, right?
No, but yani tatatha'abu. What will be the translation? Anti aw anta tatatha'abu. You are yawning. Tatha'aba yatatha'abu. So yatatha'abu, tatatha'abu, tatatha'abu, atatha'abu. So this is a present tense. Tatatha'abu, you are yawning. Tanawaltu, I took. I took. Tanawaltu, I took medicine or I ate food. So it can be used in both contexts. Yatashajarani,
they both
they both are
quarrel.
quarreling. Excellent. Perfect. Tanabazu, calling one
Calling
another.
the nicknames. The
Yeah, so
nicknames.
tanabazu, they called, yeah, one another. Okay, they called one another. And then we have bil alqab, that means the nicknames or the wicked nicknames. Yatasafahani, they both,
They
they both
they shook
uh,
hands.
shake or are
Shake.
shaking hands, yeah. Yata, you see, because we have ta always comes, but if we have before ta, if we have another ta or ya, that means it becomes mudari. Yatasafahani, tatasafahani. So whenever you have, you know that ya, ta, alif, and noon, they are alamat al mudari. Ya, ta, and alif, noon. Like we have yadribu,
Hamza.
tadribu, adribu, and adribu, right? And here we know that the past tense starts with ta. The past tense in form number 6 and 5 and 6, it starts with ta. However, if we have another ta or ya before it, that means it is mudari. And if we don't have ya or ta before it, that means it is past. Is this clear? So I'm sure, inshallah, now you can figure out.
Third
Tatamarad.
example.
Mhm.
Tatamaru. This is present tense. So this is
Yani, anta tatamaradu. Yani, yeah, you are pretending to be sick.
Pretending to be sick.
Excellent. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Ta'ammal. Which verb form is this?
To sir.
Ammala.
Two does not take ta in the beginning.
So no.
There are two forms that take ta in the beginning. Okay, what are those two forms? Form number 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Okay, how do we know that it is 5 or 6?
The intent that Shadda makes a difference, right?
Yes, shadda makes a difference. Perfect. Or if there is an additional alif, it could be two things, right? So ta'ammal. So which form is this?
Should be 6.
Where is alif then? Tafa'al, ta'ammal. So from number 5.
5.
Okay, don't look at the kasra. If you count on the letters, how many letters are there? Ta, and then we have hamza, and we have mim twice, and lam. So these are 5 letters. Yeah. So that means from number 5 has 5 letters. Ta'ammal. So this is from number 5. And how do we know? Because you have to reflect on it. That means you have to put some extra effort to reflect on it. You have to do something extra to reflect on it. So that's why we know that from number 5 is something where we put some extra effort or we try to do something to achieve something. Ta'ammal is fi'l al-amr, and we know that
Ta'allama.
yes,
Like
ta'allam, yes, ta'allam, perfect, yeah. Ta'allam, and similarly we have ta'ammal, and we know that it is sakin in the end, but when we want to connect it with al, we connect it with kasra. تأمل المثال. Yeah, this is فعل الأمر. Yeah. Reflect on the example. ثم هات المضارع والأمر والمصدر من الأفعال الآتية. And then we have to provide the past tense, the present tense, sorry, مضارع, and command and masdar. So we have to provide three things. Yeah. مضارع, أمر, and masdar من الأفعال الآتية. All right. The first one is example. تناول, يتناول. الأمر is تناول and المصدر is تناول. Okay. To take or to have. Yeah. To have should be the perfect translation. تعاون, يتعاون. To, yes.
تعاون
تعاون.
تعاون.
تعاون
تعاون. Perfect. تعاون. Okay. Do you remember the verse of the Quran that we discussed in the beginning of the lesson? وتعاونوا. Does anyone remember? Okay.
تعاونوا
بر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. Yes. So inshallah we will have it again, coming again. So ta'awan is for one person, ta'awana is for two, and ta'awanu is for more than two. Tasa'ala. Okay, tasa'ala. What's the meaning of tasa'ala?
to ask.
No. To ask one another.
Sa'ala.
Yeah, sa'ala is to ask. Sa'ala is to ask, but tasa'ala is to ask one another. To ask not each other, because each other is normally used for two persons. So the best translation
Two
will be
groups are asking, is it?
La tasa'ala is like asking one another. It could be two persons, it could be three persons, it could be 500, it could be 1000. It's like you go to the classroom and you see that the students are discussing and they are asking about something. And then you go to the classroom and you say, Amma tatasa'alun ya tullabi. What are you asking about, oh my students? So they are asking one another. So since they are asking one another, that's why we will say Amma tatasa'alun. Whereas sa'ala is specific yani from one person to the other person. For example, I say Sa'alani tullabi as-su'ala. My student asked me a question. So sa'ala is to ask someone from a question, but tatasa'ala or tasa'ala is to ask one another a question.
Each other, they'll ask.
Yes,
about
each other or
This
one
is
another.
this-
Yeah. From number 6, as we know. Tasa'ala, yatasa'alu, and al-amr will be
Tasa'al.
tasa'al. Excellent. And al-masdar will be
Tasa'ula.
Tasa'ulun, yeah, tasa'ulun, perfect, yeah. And note one more thing. Note over here, this hamza is like very annoying. So here it is written in the form of hamza itself, but here it sits on alif, on waw, because now hamza we know that it has two seats or it has three seats. Yeah, sometimes it sits on alif, sometimes it sits on waw, and sometimes it sits on ya, depending on like how it is used. And here it decided that I need the seat of wow, so that's why it is over here. It is tasa'ulun, so wow is placed over here. The shajara, they both quarreled, or they quarreled or with one another. The shajara, yatashajaru, and al-amr will be tashajar, al-masdar will be tashajurun. And then we have tabaka, he pretended to cry. Yatabaka, yatabaka. It's on the pattern of like if you have like naha yanha, it's on the same pattern. Naha yanha, tabaka yatabaka. I'm giving you the example of the verb that has three root letters. And then al-amr will be
Tabaka.
tabaka, okay. And al-masdar will be tabakuyun, and we know that whenever a noun is manqus, whenever it has ya in the end, that ya changes into kasratain and it becomes tabakin. Okay, then we have ta'ama, to pretend to be blind. Yata'ama, al-amr will be ta'ama, Yes.
Ta'am.
Yeah, because and then we have al masdar will be
Ta'amin.
ta'amin. Perfect. And if we put al with that, then that ya that was dropped comes back. So it is also ta'amin and it is also at ta'ami, and similarly tabakin, and when the ya comes back, then what it will be at tabaki. Excellent.
At-tabaki.
And asluhu is ta'amuyun, as we can see over here on the pattern of tafa'ulun. Question number 4. Hati asma al-fa'ilina min al-af'al al-atiyati. Now we have to provide ismul fa'il for all the verbs that we have over here. Tafa'ala yatafa'alu is to be optimistic. Fahuwa,
متفائل.
excellent. Fahuwa mutafa'ilun. The doer, ismul fa'il is mutafa'ilun. He is optimistic. Tasha'ama yatasha'amu is to be pessimistic. Fahuwa
متشائم.
mutasha'imun. Yeah, and you know it's easy to make it, like we change alamat al-mudari
Just
into
a
meme
move.
and put dhamma on it. And if it is ismul fa'il, yeah, if it is ismul fa'il, we put kasra, and if it is ismul maf'ul, the dhamma fatha will remain over there, and in the end we change it into tanween because it's a noun, so it becomes mutasha'imun. Ta'awana yata'awanu fahuwa
Muta'aim.
متعاون.
muta'awinun. Perfect. Fahuwa muta'awinun. Okay. And then there is another characteristic of bab tafa'ala, which is from question number 5. Min ma'ani baba tafa'ala, and then the meaning of bab. In fact, it should be al musharakatu, that means participation. So participation of many persons in doing some activity. So it's called musharaka. The word musharaka, which word form is this?
Sharaka. Sharaka is what?
Sharaka yushariku musharakatan is from number 3, right? Fa'ala yufa'ilu mufa'alatan.
Fa'ala.
Yeah, but the characteristic that this form has is the characteristic of musharaka, that means participation. And when we talk about participation, that normally means that like almost everyone is participating. Nahwu, for example, ta'awana tullabu, the students cooperated. Tasafaha nasu, and the people shook hand. Waminha, so the first one is musharaka, that is participation or the group activity. And number 2 is idharu. First of all, please tell me which form is this?
This is 4 Ustad.
4, yeah. Yes, so it should be IV4, yeah. Adhara, yudhiru, idharan is to express, to show something. As they say, idhar al-bitaqa, show your ID. Do we have idhar in tajweed?
Yes.
Yeah, we have idhar in tajweed as well. We say it is idhar because the sound over there is clear, we don't have to hide it. Whereas we have ikhfa, where we have to hide the sound, but idhar, we don't have to hide it. So idharu ma laysa, that you show, ma laysa fil batini, that you don't have inside. Batin is basically from batan, and you know batan is like stomach, so something that is inside. So idharu ma laysa fil batini, to show something that a person does not have inside. Nahwu, for example, tamarada atalibu, the student pretended to be sick. That means adhara al marada, he showed or he pretended or he showed a sickness. Walaysa bihi maradun, and he does not have that sickness. So the basically pretension, as we discussed, that that we pretend to have or to do something which we do not have in reality. So that is the characteristic number 2. And do you remember characteristic number 3? What was that? Reflexive signification, that refers to only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have discussed that there are 2 verbs as we can see over here, tabaraka wa ta'ala.
And ta'ala.
Yeah, so these are reflexive signification, that they signify or they glorify the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So تأمل الأمثلة الآتية لباب تفعل. So now we have to reflect again. وعين, and we have to specify from number 2. فيها الماضية والمضارية والأمر. So why do we have fatha over here? Quickly please tell me. And fatha here and fatha here. Why do we have?
Because of ayin.
Yeah, because they are maf'ulan bihi of ayyin. Perfect, yeah. Excellent. And we have wow as this is linking wow because we are linking all of them, so that's why they will have the same ending. Wow al ataf. Excellent. And wal masdara as well. There is one more atf over here. Wasmal fa'ili and one more ismal fa'il. Wasmai al makani was zamani. And two nouns that are or two as we say dharf al makan was zaman. So it was ismani, ismaini, ismaini, and then what happened as it is used as mudaf, then ya has been dropped, so it should be basically it should be
Noon.
wasmai al makani was zamani. Two nouns of which are basically dharf al makan, adverb of place and adverb of time. So we have to figure out all these things as we can see over here. Let's continue in to the end. And al-makani, az-zamani, they are majroor because they are mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh of ismai. Qala tabaraka wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, amma yatasa'aluna. Or when we stop, we say amma yatasa'alun. Anin nabail azim. About what are they asking one another, as we can see over here? About the great news, i.e., the resurrection. Okay, so where is from number 6 over here?
Tabaraka.
Ta'ala.
Excellent, perfect. Tabaraka, ta'ala, ahsanti. Yes, and
Ta'ala. Tasa'ala.
yes. So here it is yatasa'alun. Is it mazi or is it madi or mudare?
It's mudare.
Mudare, yeah.
And it's for the plural.
Yes, as we can see here, about what are they asking? Yeah, perfect. Anin naba'il azim. So naba'un, what is the difference between naba'un and khabarun? We have here
Something unexpected.
something significant, something big. So that's why it is called naba'un. And khabarun, we have discussed several times. Mubtada and khabar. Khabar is just ordinary news, whereas naba'un is a great news or something that is significant. قال لي الطبيب, the doctor said to me, تناول قرصين, take or have two tablets or pills, من هذا الدواء, from this medicine, بعد الغداء, after lunch.
Lunch.
Okay, so where is from number 6 and how is it used? Tanawal. Okay, perfect. What form is this?
Command.
Command. Excellent. فعل الأمر. قال الطبيب لأحمد, the doctor said to Ahmed, ما أنت مريضا, you are not sick. إنما أنت متمارض, indeed you are pretending to be sick. Yes.
Mutamaridun.
اسم فاعل Ustad.
اسم الفاعل, yeah, متمارض, perfect. كسرة. لا يجوز التنابز, it is not permissible to call each other بالألقاب, by wicked names or by bad names. Yes,
تنابز.
التنابز.
This is present tense.
مصدر.
No,
Masdar, yeah, masdar.
تنابز.
Yeah.
Al-Islam is, yeah, it's masdar.
we have al with that, yeah. So al comes with the noun and masdar is a noun. So التنابز بالألقاب.
And the
Okay.
dhamma in between them makes it masdar.
Yes, okay. أتبكي أم تتباكى يا ولد? Are you crying or are you pretending to cry, oh boy or oh son?
تتباكي اسم
تتباكى.
مضارع.
لا, not تتباكي,
تتباكى.
تتباكى. Yes, تتباكى. Yeah.
تتباكى. اسم مضارع أستاذ.
In the Quran, basically, if we have, there will be standing fatha or there will be long fatha. So you will have both. So you will have fatha, and with that you have also the long fatha. So it is easy to read. But in modern standard Arabic, they don't put the standing fatha or the long fatha. They only put fatha over there. So that's why sometimes it becomes slightly confusing to read it as ki or ka. So this is tatabaka ya waladu. So this is present tense, right? ما ينبغي تناول الأدوية بغير مشورة الطبيب. It is not appropriate to take medicine without consulting the doctor. Mashura is to consult. Mashurat al-tabibi, without consulting the doctor. Tanawul, yes.
And now this is again a masdar.
Masdar, okay. Masdar, okay.
And this one, Ustad, you said right, like how we should not get confused. But once we see that the ya is preceded with a fatha, usually you have to stop with something like a fatha sound.
You're right.
And
This is basically,
yeah,
sorry, it's
yeah,
not, this is
preceded
alif
with a
maksura. Sorry, it's alif
Yeah.
maqsura. Sorry, it's not
Yeah.
ya.
When it is when the sky is like with kasra, then naturally we will read it with key,
Kasra,
right?
exactly. That's right. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And whenever we have alif maqsura, it will take fatha before it. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So ma yambaghi tanawulu tanawulu. Can you please tell me like what construction is this? The whole construction from here up to here.
It is not
Okay.
appropriate for
Yeah. No. No.
me
I'm
to.
asking only from here. Okay. Only this construction. What construction is this?
This is mudaf ilayh.
Excellent.
Mudaf
How do you know that?
al because al
This
Yeah.
is light, and
Yeah.
this is having kasra.
The noun that the noun that comes before al
Light.
is a common noun normally, and it is light. It has dhamma, fatha, or kasra, and most of the times, not always, the noun that is mudaf ilayh is a proper noun. So whenever you see a combination of common noun and proper noun, and if you see that the common noun is light, it has fatha, dhamma, or kasra, that means that this is a mudaf, and the noun that follows it is mudaf ilayh. بغير, we know that غير is also used as mudaf, and then the noun that follows it will be mudaf ilayh. However, the same construction mashurat tabibi is also mudaf ilayh. So we say this is complex mudaf ilayh construction where we have lots of mudafs and lots of mudaf ilayh. Excellent. Okay. Tanawama al jasusu wa samia kalam nasi. We discussed in the beginning of the lesson. Tanawama. Yes.
Tanawama is to make like making falling asleep. By
Yeah, to
something else.
pretend to be asleep. Yeah. Is it present or past?
It's the past.
Past. Excellent. تشاجر هؤلاء وتضاربوا. These people, yeah, quarreled. Okay, past tense. وتضاربوا.
And they harmed each other.
Yeah, and they clashed or they hit one another. Yeah. So first there was quarreling, and then there was clashing or there was fighting. So now you see this.
Both are past.
Yeah, so now you can see that daraba is to hit, but tadaraba is to hit one another. So it's like there is collective fight, like there are many people fighting and no one knows who is hitting who. So that fight is going on, so that will be tadarab. And also we have in the Quran, malakum la tanasarun. So nasara is to help and tanasara is to help one another. Excellent. Dhaka rajulu laysa bi'ama. That man is not blind. So you know that laysa also that we have ba after that, and what kind of yeah, so for emphasis, yeah. And if it is in the Quran, this is for emphasis, and min ghair al-Quran we will say that this is ba az-zaida. Laysa bi'ama, that man is not blind. Innama yata'ama, he is pretending to be blind. So yata'ama, please tell me, present or past?
This is the present tense.
Present tense. Yeah, he is pretending to be blind. Hatta, so that yatasaddaqa. Tasaddaqa yatasaddaqa. Please tell me which from tribe. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so that people give him charity, or yatasaddaqa alayhi nasu, so that people give him charity. So this man is not blind; he is pretending to be blind, so that people give him charity. Yeah, so that or hatta, and why the verb after hatta is mansub?
Because it's a verb like hatta means here it is like acting like anya.
Yeah, there is an muqaddara. There is hidden.
Like harf of nasab.
Yeah, harf nasb is there. Basically, an is hidden over there, so we say an al muqaddara. So basically, it is hatta an yatasaddaqa. But it is not when it comes with the verb. An is not. It is muqaddara, as you said. It is hidden over there. So that's why after hatta, whenever we see a verb, the verb will be mansub. It's similar to an. Similar to what? An, as we have seen over here.
But hatta has many usages. No,
Yes, it's also used with the noun. It's also used with the verb, yeah, and it's a preposition, yes. So we are talking with respect to the verb and not the noun, yeah.
How do we translate that if it is coming with the verb?
Yeah, so that.
And if it is acting like a harf of nasab, then we have to translate it as.
So that, yeah.
Okay, so that.
Yeah, so that, yeah, so that he gets charity from the people. Saddaqa yusaddiqu tasdiqan is to have faith. فَلَا صَدَّقَ وَلَا صَلَّى, as we have in Surah Al-Qiyamah. So he did not have faith, or he did not believe, and he did not pray. But tasaddaqa yatasaddaqu, when you take it into form number 5, then it means to give charity. So form number 1, sadaqa yastuku, is to tell the truth. Yeah. Then we have form number 2, saddaqa yusaddiqu tasdiqan, is to believe. And when you take it into form number 5, tasaddaqa yatasaddaqu, then it means to
Yeah,
give
making
charity.
some effort to give.
Yeah, to give charity, and to give charity we need to also make some effort. We have to have
May Allah guide us.
yes, may Allah guide us. Yajibu Allah. So we know that the rule of the tajweed, that when we have combination of an and then la, normally in the Quran has tashdid on it, so it will be Allah. Tutraka al adwiyatu. So what is tutrak? Active or passive?
It's passive.
Passive, yeah. So it is
Then it's
necessary, it is mandatory that the medicines are not left fi mutanawali aidi al atfali, in the access or in the reach of the children. Mutanawal, yes please.
This is again this an ism.
Ismul maf'ul, excellent. Yeah, mutanawal is ismul maf'ul. So in the access of the children. So as we see that all the medicines, I think someone is doctor over there as well. So it's written on all the medicines, keep medicine out of the reach of the children. So the same idea we have over here. Yajuzu, it's permissible. Hadfu ihda at-ta'aini, to drop one of the tas, min tatafa'alu, from tatafa'al, kama fil amthilati al-atiyati, as we see in the following examples. Wala tanabazu bil alqabi, Surah Al-Hujurat. So, yeah, excellent. Yeah, and then this is dropped, and it's with respect to the Quran, and it's with respect to the Quran, as we can see over here. Then we have وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. Cooperate in righteousness and piety, and do not cooperate in sin and wickedness. Okay, so we can see over here and in aggression. So we can see over here, ta'awan is yes, you were asking. Yeah.
That everyone gets disconnected, or it's only me?
No. It's basically I got disconnected because the session ends, and then we connect to the second session again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I was asking, Ustad. Like even tanazal, even in the Quran, one of the when tatanazzal.
Yeah,
also is
tanazzalu
saying-
al-malaikatu wa tatanazzalu. Yeah, it's used in both. Yeah, it's used in both ways in the Quran.
Okay.
Yeah, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ.
How
So
will we know that if it is deleted, Ustad? Like how will we figure out like whether it is deleted, or how will we know that, or how to make a differentiation like that?
yeah, it's a very good question. Like it's used like
Don't
2 or
say
3
that
times
we
in the
have
Quran. Yeah, we look at the
come to
translation.
experience,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
somewhere some tips should be there, Ustad.
Yeah, I don't really, because it's like, the reason I know, because it's like when the sheikhs told us that it's like because it's difficult to pronounce, so that's why it gets dropped.
Yeah, to the tajweed.
Yeah, it's but how
do
to
we
figure it out?
Yeah.
It's a very good question, but again, then it's like with the practice, inshallah, and
That's what I
the
know you
more
say
we,
that.
yeah.
I know you'll say this, Ustad, but again, apart from the practice, some kind of like how they have the matrix or something like that. Surely this is mathematical, so we should know this kind of inside tricks.
To be honest, it's a very good question. I never like pondered about it, but it's a very good question. I would like you to also think about it or try to figure it out, and I will also inshallah try to figure it out. And if there is any possible way, we will inshallah discuss about that.
Okay. Ustad.
Okay, so here ta'awanu. Okay, so yeah, we are not discussing. We are just talking about here. So it was basically ta'awanu, and then again ta has been dropped, so it has become ta'awanu. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. And we made you peoples, because there are peoples of different nations, and some translators have translated as race, and some of them have translated as nations and tribes, that you may know one another. So it was basically tata'arafu, and then again The ta has been dropped, and it's respect to the Quran with respect to the Quran. And we know, of course, when it's used in the Quran, we don't really need to look for a reason. Of course, we need to, but I mean, once we have it, we just accept it
And
as
if
it
we
is.
are confused, like if at all, if we are not able to figure out that the tha is dropped, so what misinterpretation it can lead to is that it will remain as the original identification of the word, or it will give us some other interpretation of some other verb or something like that, or it will
No, I
remain
think
the
no.
same.
It's not to that extent. Inshallah, hopefully, we
You
will
see
not
here,
be
like if you
yeah.
see here,
Hmm.
like the arafu, it is like pretending to be like the jam of madi, right?
Madi, and also it's also fi'l al-amr as well. Ta'arafu,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Ta'araf,
Okay.
ta'arafa, ta'arafu, yes.
Yeah, it is pretending to be like a jam of madi, but when we know, then it will be like a present tense,
Yeah,
right?
so I believe the best way would be to have a look at the
To see the
translation, inshallah,
translation.
and just
Yeah.
familiarize ourselves with the translation.
Okay, so it can be misinterpreted as a past tense as
Yeah,
well as an amar.
and
Okay.
also fi'l al-amr, yeah. Asluhu
Okay.
is litata'arafu. So if you look at the translation, you may know one another, yeah? Ta'arafu. Okay, shu'uban has fathatain because it is mansub, but qaba'ila does not have fathatain. It is also mansub. Why is that?
Dipto.
Excellent. And what could be the reason?
Like
Muntahal jumur. Yeah, it's on the pattern of mafa'ilu.
yeah.
One pattern very common, mafa'ilu and mafa'ilu, two patterns are very common. They are called muntahal jumur, yani after that you cannot make plural for them. So both of them are mansub. This is mansub bi fathatain and this is mansub bi fatha. Okay, excellent. Laytana ijtahadna or laytana ijtahadna. Layta is the last sister of inna, right? Min akhawati inna. This is from the sisters of inna. Watufidu at-tamanni, and it signifies hope, or it signifies wish. In fact, I should say tamanna ya tamanna. Yeah, it signifies wish. Wahuwa talabu, and it's a demand. Ma la tama'a fihi, which you do not long for or which you do not hope for. Aw ma fihi usrun, or in what we have kind of difficulty. So either there is a
In the Quran,
difficulty.
it comes like ya laitani
Yeah, we will
kuntu
inshallah.
turaba.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
discuss about that. Yeah, so um, what is basically, it is a sister of inna, and it is used to express a wish, which is either impossible or remotely possible. Yeah, there is a chance, but the chances are like aqal,
Very
yeah,
big.
least, yeah, minimum chances. Okay, so Layta shababa ya'udu. So first of all, we see that ismu Layta is mansub because it's the sister of inna.
Inna.
So that job is done. Ya'udu, where
It's the
is
verbal
where is
sentence.
khabaru Layta?
It's the verbal sentence itself is khabar laita.
Yeah, so basically huwa, because verb
Verb.
cannot be
The
khabar.
pronoun is hidden
Yeah,
inside
hidden
that.
pronoun is basically the khabar. Yeah, layta shababa yaudu. We wish that
Hope
the yeah, we
the
hope or
youth
we
comes
wish that
back.
the youth comes back. Yeah. Okay, layta ummi lam talidni. Oh, that's very strong. I wish that my mother had not given me birth, or I wasn't born. So layta, we can see again we have here, and ummi is ismu layta, and lam talidni or talidni will be basically khabaru layta. Okay, you remember that walada yalidu, and then talid and talidni, given birth to me. Laytani ta'irun atiru fil jawi. I wish I were a bird so that I could fly
Or this
in the air.
air.
Yeah, okay. Laytani ta'irun. So layta ni basically is not ni, I'm sorry, ya al mutakallim
The
basically.
Yaul Mutakallim
Yeah,
itself is the Ismu
is ismu
Laita.
layta, and ta'irun is khabaru
Iron is
layta.
Khabar Laita.
Yeah. And atiru fil jawi is hal in this, so that I could fly in the sky. What kind of noon is this? What is this noon called? Do you remember the name of this noon?
Which noon
Noon
is that?
al-Wiqaya. Noon al-Wiqaya.
Laytani,
Yeah,
because
to
ya al
protection.
mutakallim,
Noon for protection.
noon of protection. Okay, and why do we need it? Because layta is mabniyun al fath. Okay.
Any verb doesn't get
Yeah, it's mabniun
kasra.
al-fath, and we know that ya al-mutakallim has a demand that there should be kasra before it. So there is a kind of argument, and then nun al-wiqaya comes in, and it says, okay, I will solve the problem. So it becomes laytani. Excellent. Laytali milyona dolarin. I wish I had $1 million. Okay.
Subhanallah.
So where is ismu layta?
Later, li
Ismu layta is million.
oh, million.
Yeah, and khabaru layta is li, because you know
Li
jar
for me.
majroor cannot be mubtada, or they cannot be
Mubtada.
ism. Yeah, so this is muqaddam and this is muakhar, as we know. Now we know this, right? So I wish I had $1 million, or yeah, dollar. سيقول الكافر يوم القيامة, and the kafir will say on the day of, or the disbeliever say on the day of judgment, يا ليتني
Yeah.
كنت ترابا. Oh, I wish that I were dust. So yeah, back to your question. Later, this is the only harf from these sisters of Inna that ya, the vocative, can also be used before this. Ya laytani. Similarly, we have wailun, and also before wailun, ya is also used in the Quran. Ya
Yeah,
wailata,
Vailana.
ya
Yeah,
wailana, ya
Vailana.
wailata,
Yeah.
ya laytani lam attakhidh fulanan khalila. Yeah. So wailun and layta, both of them, they can take ya before them as well, and it's
And
restricted
the
to these
responding,
two.
the kuffar responding when they see such this thing,
Yeah,
what's that?
when
Interfusion. Yeah,
yeah, it's just
such
like, and
something
this is
befalling on them.
on them, yeah, when they're suffering, and then they will see, and then they would say, we wish that we were like dust. Imagine. So we must thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has blessed us with the name of Islam and Iman. أدخل ليتا على الجمل الآتية. So now we have to use later to the following sentences. Hamidun hayyun. Hamid is alive. What is the opposite of hayyun?
Mayutun.
Mayyitun, dead. Okay. So you want to say we I wish that Hamid was alive.
ليت حامدا حيا.
Hamidan.
Hayyun. Excellent, excellent. Later, Hamidan hayyun. Okay, excellent. Utlatu Saifi la tantahi. You want to make a wish that the summer vacation had not finished. Yeah.
Later, Wutlata Saifi.
Excellent. La tantahi.
La tanta.
So utlatu, that was Dhamma, has changed into Fatha because of later. I wish that the summer vacation had not finished. نحن أطفال. We are children.
Later,
ليتنا.
Excellent.
Later.
ليتنا. Okay,
Later.
complete it.
Atfalun.
أطفال. أطفال. You know that the attached pronouns,
Khabar.
yeah, we discussed yesterday that or in the previous lesson, that the attached pronouns, they are attached to a verb. Yeah, they are attached to a verb. They are attached to a noun, and they are attached to a preposition, and also they are attached to the huruf. Yeah. So later you can do the complete conjugation. Laytahu, laytahuma, laytahum. Laytaha, laytahuma, laytahunna. And you continue all the way. Laytaka, laytakuma, laytakum, laytaki, laytakuma, laytakunna, laytani, laytani, and laytana. Yeah. Then that when we have ya al mutakallim, then the ni comes over there. So ismu layta is na, and khabaru layta is atfalun. Excellent. Ana shabun. I am young. I wish I was young. Yeah.
Laitani.
Laytani shabun. Yeah.
Shab.
Excellent. Laytani shabun. Okay. Shabun. All right. So next we have li janahani. I have two wings.
Laita.
You want to make a wish that you had two wings.
Laitani. Jana. Huna. Right?
No. Una is for the plural. We are talking about the dual. The sound of dual is ani, aini, aini.
Jana. Haini. Haini.
Excellent.
Hani. Haini. Haini, Ustad.
Okay, last time. Laita, li.
جناحين.
Because this has to be like, what is that? It has to be
Mansub. Yeah.
So
So, yeah.
Marfu, Ustad.
Now it is
Because li
marfu.
Li cannot be, because this is Li is the predicate, so this has to be the subject.
Janahani is the
Jana
subject and this is predicate,
subject.
right?
I think that will remain as such. So it will
No,
be
no, no, no.
later. No,
When you add Layta, Ismu
Mhm.
Layta has to be mansoob. Where is Ismu Layta?
Is
later.
Janahani is that?
Yes, perfect. So
Janahani.
Layta li janahaini. The confusion is with the jar majroor. You know, jar majroor cannot be mubtada. It is always khabar. So we say it
Okay,
is
that has to
mubtada
become mansub.
muqaddam
Okay,
and this
got
is
it.
a khabar muakhar, yeah. And we know that when we add layta, it is basically mubtada and khabar, but then the name changes. It becomes ismu layta, and then this becomes khabaru layta, yeah.
Khabar.
Yeah, so we
Yes.
know that the ismu layta is always mansoob, so it has to be mansoob. So you
Okay.
say layta li janahaini. I wish I had two wings. النجوم في متناول أيدينا. The stars are in our access, are in our hands. You want to make a wish that the stars were in our hands.
Later and Nujuma.
Light
Fi
and Nujuma
and
fi
Nujuma.
Excellent. So,
Fi mutana.
ليت النجوم في متناول أيدينا.
Yes.
We wish that the stars were in our hands or they were in our access. All right, alhamdulillah, lots of practice and please be ready because this exercise, this lesson has lots of new ideas, lots of things that we have to discuss. We have discussed like some of them in the lesson, and inshallah, some of them we will discuss in the coming following lessons. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa iyyakum.